Hey, you never answered me about my car. Like, I have school tomorrow, so how do I get my car for tomorrow?
Well, your car is totaled.
It's what?
Your car is totaled.
Totaled?
Totaled, wrecked.
Okay, so how do I get it to your school?
You don't.
So, I don't go to school tomorrow, is what you're telling me?
No, ma'am. You want me to be honest with you? You're going to jail. You don't have a bond. You killed 2 people tonight. I don't think you understand that. You do not have a bond. You are not getting out of jail. Your car is property of East Peoria Police Department because it's a crime scene. It killed 2 people tonight. You are clueless with that, clearly. I've already explained this to you. You're going to jail for reckless homicide tonight. You're going to jail for aggravated DUI for killing 2 people. That's what's going on. So no, you're not going to school tomorrow. You're not getting your car out of impound.
Okay, the Tuesday and my night class.
Did you just hear what I just told you?
You said I'm not going tomorrow. I'm talking about Tuesday.
Did you hear when I said that
I'm going to jail tomorrow.
You're going to jail when we're done here?
Yes.
Did you understand what I told that you killed 2 people tonight?
Yeah, so I'm just wondering when I can go to school.
Okay, we're done. You're all on body camera being completely careless about killing 2 people tonight. You could care less. That's sad and pathetic and horrible all at the same time.
Can you say that as a cop?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay, so can I ask...
XXX Tentacion's killer smiled and blew a kiss at rapper's family after guilty verdict was announced. This makes sense because this dude took a life over a Louis bag, so to expect anything else from this monster would be ridiculous. Truly, I am of the opinion that some people are born just to go to jail. A prison sentence is their zenith, and this dude's actions embody that. I really hope that jail is everything that he wished for. I heard the news about Kayla committing suicide today. I knew her from high school, and yes, it's tragic and sad, but as people know, I'm not the one to shy away from saying what I truly feel and being honest, because honesty is one of my important attributes, and this circumstance is no different. I feel like maybe if she was with someone better and someone who looked after her, for example, me, maybe she wouldn't have took her life so young. I previously tried to get her to go out with me on various dates, but sadly got rejected numerous times. This hurt, but I never gave up. So why did she? If she had given me a chance, maybe things would have turned out differently. Maybe I could have been her savior. But in the end, I guess we'll never know. No way! No way is this bitch out here making somebody else's suicide about them. I guarantee you, my man, your presence wouldn't have changed anything because she didn't want to be with you. What the fuck? What the fuck? I seriously cannot wrap my head around this entire statement. How did you go onto Facebook and type this whole paragraph out without an ounce of self-reflection? Are you that much of a fucking cumbrain that you couldn't stop yourself from saying, maybe if she was with me, maybe if she dated me, I could have saved her? Shut the fuck up, bro. Sex fiend gets sweet deal from Manhattan DA Bragg on teen charge, then attacks 5 others. I swear, I really don't understand why anybody lives in New York City. I don't get why anybody would want to be there. The amount of unfettered crime that happens in that city is insane. I swear, I think the prisons there are just a revolving door for criminals, bro. You just go in and you immediately come out. A sweet deal? Are you serious? Why? Why are we protecting criminals? I just don't understand. Mom who lacked motivation to feed or care for toddler who starved to death is charged with murder. Court documents obtained by WFLD reportedly state that investigators found plenty of food inside the home and emphasized that multiple cats who also lived in the home were found to be well-fed and healthy. Stories like this really make me think that there ought to be some sort of licensed class that people need to take in order to gain the ability to create children. There has to be some sort of filter out there that will prevent people like this from going out of their way to create life in order to just abandon and neglect it. I just don't get it. What's the point? If you didn't want to have the child, you could have put the child up for adoption. Society has made that very, very easy for parents to do because they want to avoid situations like this. But somehow there's always some terrible story that slips through the cracks. Something like this always goes down. It's so disappointing because you would think everybody has the same level of compassion and empathy, but apparently not. Fanaticist, whose rape lies drove 3 men to attempt suicide, is jailed for 8 years. CCTV reveals moments serial liar bought hammer she used to beat her own face, then claimed she was a victim of Asian grooming gang. 8 years in prison for not only telling an egregious lie, but also nearly ending the lives of 3 innocent men. 8 years in prison. That is insane. That's crazy. That's like a theft charge in the United States. That is nothing. Truly, I am of the opinion that if you're going to go out of your way and lie on other people about sexual assault, you ought to get the same charge as if you were the That is the only way you discourage this type of behavior. You ever just have a public freakout because your card declined at the gas station?
You got me boarded? I got it boarded. Now clean this shit up, because that's your job.
Police. Man stole $15,000 while store clerk died from a medical emergency. It's really insane that we share a society with these people, bro. This beast went out of his way to steal 15 grand from someone who was having a medical emergency. He saw an opportunity and he took it. It's crazy what people will do for some money. Imagine being this monster. Imagine being this bold to not even wear a mask while you steal from someone who could potentially be dying. I don't get how someone could do that to another human, man, and have no feelings, no thoughts, no fucking guilt. Layla Borrington, woman jailed for killing 3-year-old stepson. A woman who killed her disabled 3-year-old stepson and filmed him as he lay dying has been given a 15-year prison sentence. Not only did you kill a child, but you killed somebody else's child. Your husband or boyfriend's kid. Because for what? We can speculate why. It really doesn't matter why, because you shouldn't be killing anyone anyway. It's just, the kid deserved better. He deserved better than you. I can't imagine how your boyfriend or husband felt. He brought you into his house. He brought you in front of his child, and you took his kid away from him. Oh my God, really? You couldn't even use 4 blocks? No, they don't care. They just want your wheels, they just want your airbag, and the very things that they stole, they're not gonna sell for full price because they're stolen. So I hope you're happy knowing that your $800 to $900 tires have been sold for 80 to 90 bucks. You know, I hope you can recover from that financially because they don't give a fuck. This next clip is of a dude abandoning his dog on the side of a road for no reason. Graphic, Louisiana worker terminated after relieving himself in the water supply. Come on, man, for real? The water supply, and you know you did something wrong because you're looking directly at the camera. You knew the camera was there and you still did it. And a lot of you guys ask this, like, why do you block out the names? I don't block out the names. That's just a rule on the subreddit, and I don't like that rule. I really wish we knew who this man was, because everybody on the planet needs to know that this dude has 0 fucks. He doesn't care about anyone. He just wants to pee in things that everybody needs, like fresh fucking water. Girl 11 gave birth to baby allegedly fathered by brother. He and parents are charged. 11? That's literally a child giving birth to a fucking child, bro. What? The 17-year-old boy told police he had assaulted his sister about 100 times, but he did not know she was pregnant, according to the charging documents. This child was not only left with lifetime scars from this event, but also her entire family, her brother, her mother, and her father, are all in prison for abusing her. in some capacity. I don't know what the parents did. They probably tried to protect the son, and that's probably why they're in prison, because I doubt it that an 11-year-old would keep 100 assaults to herself. She definitely went to her parents for some sort of fucking support, and they didn't do it. They continued her fucking abuse. Where does this little girl go after this? I hope she has some grandparents. I hope that she has some extended family. This is going to be a lifetime struggle for her. All because her brother, someone she's supposed to trust, someone who's supposed to love her, abused her in the world's worst fucking way. Man charged with driving while drinking with 2 children in car, strangling one of the children. Why does this man look angry that he got caught? Why does this man look angry and confused that he's in front of a camera and getting his mugshot taken? Were we just supposed to look past the fact that you were strangling one of your children and then threatening every life that was on the road that day? Like I said in the beginning of this video, some people are just destined for prison. You had no other life prospects other than being behind bars. This next clip shows a bunch of delinquent teens stealing a Kia car and then ramming it into the back of a school bus and escaping. Father stabbed to death outside Vancouver Starbucks after asking man to not vape near his daughter. I'm sure all of us are aware of this story, not because of the article or all of the news about it, but because of one person on TikTok going out of their way to film the aftermath of this murder. He was over here like, hey, yo, this dude just got stabbed. Yo, look at this blood. It's crazy. Oh my God. Telling jokes while this man was bleeding out on the ground, not calling the cops, not calling an ambulance, just taking a video of this dude's last and most painful moments just for clout. Oh, and it gets even worse because the guy who filmed the TikTok went out of his way to try to apologize for his actions by saying the whole video was a trauma response for him and he was just scared and nervous about this whole situation. He had never seen a dead body before, so his first reaction is to tell jokes about it and film it and post it online. To be honest, I wish he just went back on his TikTok account and said, I am an evil person. I just wanted to make a video on this dude's worst moments for clout and for jokes. And yes, I am terrible and deserve hellfire. Because at least that statement would be remotely fucking believable. Pennsylvania child sentenced to 3,000 years in prison. Finally, somebody's going to jail. If only we could do this with all of them, bro. Why is it always just a choice case? There's always that one egregious that gets sent to 1,000,000 years in prison, and then there's one that gets a slap on the wrist by receiving like 4 to 8 years in prison. I don't understand why it all can't be the same. But if I'm being honest, I do have a slight gripe with this post. It's the fact that we're even sending him to prison. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of public money for this dude. He gets 3 hots and a cot for 3,000 years. That's ridiculous. That seems like a waste of money to me. We should really just spend that same amount of money on a brazen bull and just throw this motherfucker inside. You ever just steal a bunch of cell phones from a cell phone store, not knowing that the moment you leave that building, every single one of them will shut off and also give the police your exact location?
Hopefully it pays your rent, bro.
17-year-old Wendy's customer shoots drive-thru worker after receiving wrong-sized drink. The wrong-sized drink. I want to emphasize that. Wrong-sized drink. Not wrong drink. This motherfucker got a small instead of a medium, and he took a life. That's how cheap life is to this person. And now you're looking at significant prison time for taking the life of a 17-year-old over a size of a fucking cardboard cup. Primary school teacher who thought her serial cheating boyfriend was being unfaithful again lured him to bed for sex, blindfolded him, and then stabbed him to death before burying his body in the garden, court hears. Now this one, I'm a bit conflicted. Murder is bad. You should not kill people. Let me emphasize that 100%, okay? But cheating is bad too, and that might encourage someone to be a little violent, a little upset. So here's my thoughts. If you're being cheated on by your boyfriend, instead of going to jail for murder, I would rather you pick up a small arson charge for setting his car on fire. This next clip is of a live streamer getting his necklace stolen.
And yeah, I will show you guys around like always. So
Are you good at it? I go to you later.
yeah, go to your room. Huh? I fight you.
See you. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. Good job, man. Oh, shit, you see?
It's already.
I feel like I put the dog down. Ohio woman pleads guilty for drowning her 93-year-old grandmother in the kitchen sink and bathtub. Oh, boo-hoo. Ooh, you're crying because you got caught for murder? You're a little upset that you killed your grandmother because you didn't want to take care of her anymore? Oh, boo-hoo. I wonder how everybody else in prison's gonna feel about that when they find out about what you did. Like, for real, they're going to eat your sorry ass alive in there. What the fuck is wrong with you? Putting down a dog. Seriously? Yeah, you're right where you belong. Man who spray painted groomer on libraries is arrested and charged with possessing CP. Wow, methinks the man doth protest too much. It's not always the people who come out against this stuff who are in possession of stuff like this, but there's enough where there is somewhat of a trend, and it's very worrying.
To tell you that it's not a calm situation. It's maybe calm for you because you don't give a fuck. Because you think you have the right to tell whoever you want to come in, but you don't. You said on the phone, I have the right to tell whoever to let in. No, you don't. You don't have the right to discriminate in this country. It's a crime.
Right for reservation.
On the basis of race. Do you? Do you? Yes or no? Do you?
My brother,
this is what happened. Okay. This man right here, Tabiso, came in yesterday, okay? Moments after Jordan came in. Moments after, okay? Your bouncer stopped him and said, why are you going in? Who are you going into? Okay. He said, why are you asking me? He said, you can't come in here unaccompanied without a white person. He said, what? He said, you can't come in here without a white person. If you come in here, I know what you like. You steal, you guys cause trouble. You need to come in here with a white person. He asked him, who decides this? This is what the bosses have told me. Then Jordan, not knowing where Tabiso is, goes out and sees the bouncer re-explain this and says it to him again. And says, it's not me who decides, it's the policy. Now, I'm sure if this had to fucking get out, there's a lot more people that have experienced this. This is firstly a crime. I'm not done speaking. When I'm done, I'll give you an opportunity. It's firstly a crime in this country. Do you know where you exist? You exist in South Africa, where we have a deeply painful history of this shit. Secondly, this shit will fucking blow up an institution like Hanks. You're known. You're not a fucking somewhere in the middle of nowhere. You can't be fucking doing this shit. You will become like cliques overnight. You'll have protesters outside your fucking door. Do you think this is alright? Is this the practice of the business? Is this how you decided and instructed your fucking bouncers to do? Speak.
You clearly know about this.
Well, listen. We've been trading for 8 years. We've never had an incident ever before, and I can speak for our barman. And we've got an eclectic, what are you saying? Address the issue. Just hang on a second.
Eclectic? What the fuck?
We've never had a race issue here before. Is that correct, Danny, or not?
So what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I'm building up to...
He's aware of it. He's aware of it. I've heard of it.
Officer guilty of sexual assault on unconscious woman and recording it to teach her a lesson. A judge found Jason Redmond made a video of the assault to prove the victim had a drinking problem and to show her that anybody could assault her. That was the lesson. That was the lesson. Yeah, don't get drunk because someone might take advantage of you. That's the lesson. Don't even get drunk around police officers because those who swear to protect you won't and will instead assault you to teach you a lesson because somehow in their grossly demented brain, assaulting someone like that is a way of protecting them and teaching them. What the fuck?
Right now, the fact that I got a little weird with you is because I'm a guy, whatever the fuck. Don't hold that against me right now.
All right. I just want a little space.
No, I don't care what the fuck you want.
I just honestly.
I do not care about you honestly wanting a little space right now.
All right.
Because you know the reason I say that right now.
Yeah.
Is I could leave right now. You'd have no water.
Okay.
Your carpets aren't clean.
Okay.
Your fucking blinds aren't up.
Yeah.
And nothing's taken care of. So if you ignore me right now, even if you look at your phone once, I'm leaving. Okay? Don't look at your fucking phone once. Pay attention to me. I got your carpets, your blinds, and your fucking water on the line.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to treat me right now?
Moment Mississippi woman 19 is arrested over video showing her having sexual intercourse with a dog. Sexual intercourse? That's a funny way of saying. The video was spread via Snapchat, and if convicted, she could face up to 10 years in prison for unnatural intercourse. 10 years in prison. Like I said before with the guy who was sent for 3,000 years in jail. These people don't need 3 hots in a cot. They do not need their lives paid for, and they certainly don't need protection behind bars. What these subhumans need is their arms and legs tied to 4 different horses and having those horses run in 4 different fucking directions.
Hi. Why are you littering?
Because I feel like it. Take a picture. Man, you know what happens? If dumbasses like you would fucking mind your own business, it'd be a better world. How's that for an answer?
There's a trash can right here.
I don't give a damn. There's a trash can sitting right there. I threw it out the window.
Why would
now
you
go fuck yourself?
Why would you do that though? You live in Alaska. It's the last great unspoiled place in America.
Yeah, I know all about it. I was born here.
Okay. You'd think you'd want to
Go
take
on.
better care of it.
Bye, lady. We're eating dinner. You're making me sick.
And our final post of the day is of these 3 women. They're all doing a Roman salute at Auschwitz-Birkenau. You know, it's hard for me to believe that these women are actually Natsok because all of them are dirty blondes, which means none of them are Ubermensch, at least according to their ideology, yet they're so eager to join the very group that would send them to this concentration camp. And like I said before, I'm not blocking any faces out. That's the subreddit's rules. And I'm pretty sure when this was posted on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, wherever, their faces weren't blocked at all. So I wonder how they're doing in life. I wonder if these women are even capable of living a peaceful life, because this is just abhorrent behavior and you ought to be held accountable. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you get these notifications every time. This week we have another Panda Bomb. We got 2 videos today, 2 videos Wednesday, and 2 videos Friday. All of them being channel favorites. And if you're curious which videos are going to be dropping this week, go ahead and take a look at the community tab for all that information. And as always, gotta thank the Patreon supporters that make content like this possible. A big thank you to Sherry Morrison, Tron Destroy 23, The Eggs 1, Soviet Frog, Fitz Chivalry, Din Corda, Code Connor Purvis, Ailurus' mom, Declan, S16, Green Pasta Man, Squish, Rinhex, Mr. Bean, My Golden Experience, James Tucker, Lucas Adams, BMX30, Cinnamon Sticks, Scott, The Fake Musician, Buckethead, Samantha Bellhart, Admin Faneker, Zach F, Bloody Hunter, Keely, Dunder Nass Hawk, Lady Laughs a Lot, Swiss Patreon user, Noah, and Catherine Taylor. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one on my merch store and one on my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.